guys, just wanting to pop in and give you an update on church-related things. We are now in lockdown level 2, and so that's giving us a whole lot more freedoms. In fact, some of our community groups have already started to gather together in smaller groups in people's homes, as well as some folk have been gathering in families to meet on a Sunday and actually watch the services together. And so we really want to encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity. We want you to be mindful of the importance of all the protocols and health requirements, but at the same time, we are feeling confident that you need to be getting back into some of your regular rhythms regarding how and where you worship. So for now, we are really encouraging you, if you are in a community group, to start to meet with your comm group. Obviously, the numbers are 10 people and less, and so you could do that on a Wednesday night. You could meet before the doctrine and devotion session, have a cup of coffee, hang out together, pray together, watch doctrine and devotion, maybe have a discussion afterwards. Or you could do that on a Sunday morning, gather together with your community group, or maybe you don't have a community group. If you're not in a community group, maybe the people in your neighborhood, maybe you've got Covenant Grace friends or family living down the street from you, get hold of them and start to meet together in your homes. So we would really encourage you to take advantage of that. If you would like more information about what that can look like for you, then please do get in touch with us at the CG office. Then we are also wanting to let you know that we are working very hard behind the scenes for the day when we gather again at our church building. Now, at this point, it requires quite a lot of administration as well as new equipment, which is really costly. The reason for this is because from the day that we meet at the church building on a Sunday, we're going to have to live stream our services because not everyone can come. Obviously, we have limited numbers, and also we have vulnerable people who may not even come for months or possibly even years. And so from the day that we go into in-person gatherings at our church venue, we're going to need to live stream. And so we're busy looking. Our tech team is hard at work behind the scenes. We've already started buying equipment. We've already started looking at what it's going to look like to live stream. And it's a lot more complex than just pushing play. So please be patient with us and please be praying for us. Having said that, we are working towards the month of October. So October, sometime in October, we are planning to be in person at Covenant Grace. So stay tuned. We will give you some more specifics regarding what date that will be in October. But we are moving and praying and planning towards that regathering together. Then the final thing I want to just say is what happened to Martin Luther on the date of 1525 in the midst of all of the turmoil of the Reformation. He had been excommunicated, he had been marked as a heretic, and his whole life had been turned upside down. And many in that particular time period were actually saying it felt like the end was near. It felt like the end of the world. These were unprecedented times for Luther and his followers. And the question was asked to Luther one day, what are you going to do if it's the end of the world? And his famous response was, I will go outside and plant a tree. In other words, he was going to do something ordinary. And you know what Martin Luther did on, I think it was the 13th of July, 1525, in the midst of all this turmoil? He married Katie. He married his sweetheart who was a nun. And it was strange because here's all this evidence pointing to the end of the world. It was an extraordinary time. And what did Luther do? He did the most ordinary thing he could think of, and that was to marry the woman of his dreams. And they had children and they built a home in the midst of all this uncertainty. And here's what I think we can learn from. I think we can learn that sometimes when things are uncertain and when things are extraordinary all around us, what our hearts really need is some ordinary rhythms. And so I really want to encourage you as you go back to work and as kids go back to school and as we go back to church in a short while, whether it's in homes or whether it's in our meetings, sometimes ordinary rhythms are just what we need. So be praying, be trusting, and be the church. God bless.